Hello beautiful and welcome back to another video. I am coming to you barefaced this morning because I have my long awaited updated skincare routine. We are going to get into everything supplements, gut health, my morning and my nighttime skincare routine, the extra things that I do for my skin, everything skincare, because when your skin is acting right and you don't need that much makeup and the sun is coming out and summer is here, you feel a lot more confident. And I have struggled with my skin for a very long time. I've always kind of wanted to make one of these videos, but I always feel like my skin's not at this point. My skin's not at this point. And you know what? Look, my skin isn't perfect right now. It's always like when I have beautiful, clear, acne, dark spot, hyperpigmentation free skin, that is when I will make this video. But honestly, I'm human. I'm a woman. I go through my cycle. Things stress me out and my skin breaks out. My skin is very prone to dark spots and hyperpigmentation. So I realized there was never going to be a perfect time that my skin was just going to be flawless and everything. And also that wouldn't come off as authentic to you. I really want you to relate to this video. I really want you to learn from this video because I finally reached a point in my skincare routine that the things that I'm doing both internally, externally, and in my life have really made a positive impact on my skin. And for somebody that has tried every product, every hack, every trend on TikTok, Instagram, and the internet alike, these are the things that have actually worked for my skin and I think will actually work for you too, even though all of our skin is different. But as someone that's tried everything, I feel pretty strongly about all the things we're going to talk about in today's video, because who doesn't like being told that they're glowing? So if this is your first time seeing my face and my broken nails, hello, my name is Jasmine. I create a lot of content on how to glow up, how to become your best self. So if that sounds like something you're focusing on, you are focused on you and your skin this year, as you should. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, join the family. Would love to have you. Like this video if you've struggled with acne, if you've struggled with dark spots, if you struggled with texture. And then please, even if you are a silent subscriber, comment down below your favorite skincare product. Holy grail, something that changed the game for you. Like, comment it down below. I would love to learn from you. This community would love to learn from you. And I take your recommendations seriously. So please help a girl out and drop your faves down below. Also want to give a major shout out to today's sponsor. It is Factor. Y'all know I've been using Factor for years now. That is why I'm so happy that they are sponsoring today's video, because when we talk about what we put in our body, we're also talking about nutrition, gut health, everything like that. Personally, I use Factor. So thank you so much, Factor, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. I'll talk about them in a bit. So I've gone ahead and broke this video up into 5 different parts. The first part, I gotta tell you about my skin's backstory. If you're gonna take any of these products or recommendations to heart, I wanna make sure that we kind of have similar skin types or similar issues. It's almost like finding your shade twin online. Like, if you're gonna listen to what I'm saying and you have oily skin and I have dry skin, you might have to take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. The second thing we're gonna get into is the internal. What I eat in a day, the supplements that I take, how much water do I drink? Kind of the boring stuff, but also, unfortunately, the really important stuff. Then we're gonna get to my skincare routine. I wanna talk about my morning skincare routine, my nighttime skincare routine. They are the same morning and night. I don't switch days, I don't switch products. It's pretty standard and it's been working amazingly for me. The fourth thing I wanna get into is all of the extra stuff. What facials do I use? Do I use an LED mask? What sheet masks do I use? Is there anything else that I've done in my skin? Chemical peels, everything like that. And then fifth and finally, let's talk about lifestyle. This is gonna have to do with everything with sleep, stress, things like that. Without further ado, let's just get right into today's video. So y'all, I'm gonna keep this part pretty short because whenever I would watch anybody's skincare routine, I would be like, I don't care. Show me the products, show me what to do, show me the steps. So because I act that way, I'm gonna keep this pretty brief and very high level. I have normal to dry skin, leaning on the dry skin. On a scale of 1 to 10, how sensitive is my skin? I'd probably say a 4. Like, it's not gonna freak out over everything everything, but I can stress it out. Like I know what to do to stress it out. Definitely have acne prone skin, especially hormonal acne. And I'm very, very prone to dark spots and hyperpigmentation. One scratch, one burn, it's going to stay on my skin for a very, very long time. And because my skin acts like that, I am an expert on dark spots, on fading things. So if you are really focused on fading dark spots, this is the video for you. And I've struggled with my skin for a long time. This was my skin about a year ago. This was my skin a few months ago. And this is my skin now. I've dealt with hormonal acne, I've dealt with scars, I've dealt with it all. But finally, I feel balanced and glowy and healthy today. And that's why I'm here sharing my story today. So that was brief, that was quick. I wanna get into the products, I wanna get into the supplements, and so do you. So let's get into part 2. Welcome to my kitchen, cutie pie. Okay, let's talk everything internal that I do that is very, very skin focused. Now, when we are talking about specifically what I'm doing, I think it's 2 main things that I focus on. The first thing I focus on, well, I guess it's 3. I guess the first thing I focus on is medication, because this video would not be authentic and true if I wasn't going to mention the acne medication that I'm on. This is Spirnolactone. Now, this is really amazing for hormonal acne. For the first 2 months, I was on 50 milligrams. I just got bumped up into 100 milligrams. I think I'm gonna go back down to 50 milligrams, because here's the thing, Spiro is gonna save your life. Spiro, it's just gonna save your life. Give it 2 months, give it 3 months, your hormonal acne gone. It's been a lifesaver, but I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that this has messed with my cycle. This has messed with my cycle between spotting, it's just messed with my cycle. But is it worth it for the amount that this has cleared my skin? Absolutely. Again, I'm on 100 milligrams right now. I take it every single night. I don't take it during the day because it can kind of make me feel like a little bit drowsy. It's been amazing for my acne. It's been such a pillar in clearing up my hormonal acne. I really only break out in like little breakouts around that time of the month. Acne medication, go to your dermatologist, get prescribed. Maybe it's Accutane, maybe it's Spiro, whatever it might be. If you've tried all of the products in the world, sometimes it really might just take going to the doctor and getting a prescription. Now, what other supplements or drinks am I taking on top of that? Again, gut health, gut health, gut health. You gotta take a probiotic. Personally, I take a pre, pro, and postbiotic. This is the Symbiotic Plus from Ritual. It has everything in it. This is one of the best probiotics all-in-one products that I've ever used, and I've tried a lot of gut health products. This is always going to be number 1. I am on a subscription service. I have another one in my cabinet. I will never let go. This is a holy grail product. I also take colostrum. This is Arma Colostrums. This is their Immune Revival. I've seen really amazing things with my skin in this. I know it's for immunity. I know a lot of people see like energy benefits. I've seen a lot of skin benefits, and I know a lot of other people have with colostrum as well. This is amazing. I put 3 scoops in my water every single day, and it is from an animal, so you can't like overdose on colostrum. The more the merrier. It's 2 little droplets that I take morning and night. Really, the first one is chlorophyll. I'm sure if you have seen TikTok, chlorophyll is great for your skin. I think this really does contribute to that kind of internal glow that you see. It's a blood detoxifier, so this is also going to help with like a smell down there or a smell underneath your armpits or just body odor in general, but it also really does make your skin glow. And then at night, I mainly started to take this for like fat loss and losing a little bit of weight, but this is black seed oil. It's just an all-around great oil. I just put this, I put like 2 dropper fills into a teaspoon. It tastes horrible. It tastes so gross, but this is really good. And I found my skin, I don't know, I can't pinpoint it, but I find that my skin is much more balanced and much more even, much more glowy when I'm using those 2 products. 2 drinks that I want to mention for gut health and for skin. The first one being bone broth, specifically beef bone broth. I have run out of mine. I think I have an extra one in my office because I ordered it on Amazon today. But I ordered mine on Amazon. Bone broth is amazing for your skin. Whether you make it, whether you use the packets like me, chicken bone broth. Personally, I do beef bone broth. That is going to give you that glow. That's also going to get things started first thing in the morning. I always recommend drinking something warm in the morning for your gut health. It's like almost like an internal detox detox. And bone broth also has collagen in it, and it has a little bit of protein. So you can get something on your stomach first thing in the morning, and my skin always acts right when I am on bone broth. Now, when I don't have bone broth or at night, really, I do a detox drink. I use peppermint tea and organic dandelion root tea. This is amazing not only to relax you at night, but again, it is that internal detox. Peppermint tea, spearmint tea is also amazing on your cycle. If you drink this for like 2 weeks straight, it will really help with your hormonal acne. And this dandelion root is great. It's a detox, it's a kidney support. You can't go wrong with those two teas. I mix those every single night. It comes to what I eat in a day. Y'all should know by now, but maybe you're new to my channel. I don't like to cook, don't like grocery shopping. I'm a very, very busy woman that also likes to lead a really healthy and productive life. So I default to meal prep services. And over here for years now, we have been using Factor. Factor is the sponsor of today's video. So thank you so much, Factor, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. I'm not gonna lie to you, girl. I've tried a number of meal prep services. There is a reason why Factor has taken my money for the past few years. Right now, I order breakfast, lunch, dinner, my shakes, my juice shots, everything right now is from Factor. I've realized in my later 20s, not only fitness-wise, but also skin-wise, that what you put into your body makes a world of a difference in your day-to-day routines, your productivity levels, your skin, your fitness, everything. So you really, really have to take nutrition very, very seriously. That's why I really, really like Factor, because Factor makes meeting your nutritional goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals straight to your door. We have a team of gourmet chefs that create each menu with ingredients with integrity, so you can feel good about what you're actually putting into your body. Like I mentioned, they are never frozen. It takes 2 minutes to heat them up, and they have a weekly menu of about 35 different meal options. And you can even filter those meal options depending on your goals. Calorie smart, protein plus, vegan, veggie, keto, whatever kind of lifestyle choice you're going down, Factor makes it really easy to keep your goals. Also, they have more than 60 add-ons. Like I mentioned, I like their shakes, I like their juice shot, I like their lunches, I like their breakfast, I like their snacks, I like their dessert. All things that can help you feel fueled and ready for the day. A lot of y'all tag me on Instagram, all the social medias whenever you order your first Factor box. I really, really like giving you a discount so that you can order your first Factor box and just see why I use it and just see how amazing it is. So you can go to factor75.com. I also have the link in my description. From there, you can use the code 50turner to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. This is an amazing, amazing deal, especially if you are on a glow up journey like the rest of this community. Again, if you want to try Factor for your first box, you can go to factor75.com, use the code 50turner for 50% off your first box plus free shipping. Also have the link down in my description with more information. Thank you, Factor, so much for sponsoring today's video and keeping me on track towards my goals. So y'all, we have talked about my backstory. We've talked about kind of the internal things that I've been doing for my skin. Without further ado, let's just get straight into my morning and my nighttime skincare routine. Okay, let's get into my everyday skincare routine. I've been on this new kind of skincare routine where everything is just the same. I do the same thing every single morning and night. And you know, my skin's not perfect, but it is for the first time in my life, the things that I'm doing in my life, you know, really seems to be working. So every morning pretty much starts off the same. I use something called Spirnolactone, which is an intensive skin pigment corrector. I have been on and off hydroquinone for years now. And you know, it would clear it up, but it would, if you don't do it right, which I didn't always do it right, it would come back, like my dark spots would come back with a vengeance. Until I found a dermatologist on TikTok, and they were like, yeah, if you experience that problem, try Spirnolactone. You really kind of have to go out of your way for it, but it really does work. And you do like an intensive skin program for 6 weeks, not 6 weeks, but at least 3 months, for 16 weeks. And then you do this like once or twice a week for maintenance. But this works a little bit differently. I apply it first thing when I wake up while I'm doing kind of like my supplements and my teas in the morning. And I will leave this on for 15 minutes on just dirty skin, like straight when I wake up, no washing the face. You really don't want to wash your face when you apply this. It just goes straight on your skin and then you wash it off after 15 minutes. Let's talk about my babies because I'm sure you probably already saw them in my skincare cabinet. So I was using Zeo Skin Health for a really long time. And I do like Zeo Skin Health, but it can kind of be a little abrasive if you've ever used Zeo Skin Health. So currently I have 4 different Skin Reality face washes. What I just used today, which I have been using religiously, is the L Mandelic Face and Body Wash. This is supposed to just cleanse and brighten. They have a lot of different mandelic acids within their line. I just find that this is gentle on the skin. I haven't noticed anything crazy. Is this like a must buy? No. I think one of their more kind of staple products is their Ultra Gel Cleanser. I do think that this is worth your money. Again, I don't use this every single day. I kind of rotate what based off of my skin needs. You don't need 4 cleansers from Skin Reality, but I'm just showing you what I have. Now, what I do think is worth your money, secondarily on top of the Ultra Gel Cleanser, if you are acne prone, is the Acne Face and Body Wash. This is a 2.5% benzoyl peroxide solution in it. So you want to make sure that you're sleeping on like white pillowcases because this will bleach it. I use this during this time of the month, like around now. I will probably go a little bit heavier with this. Maybe I've just picked up my skin a little bit too much. This is like my time of the month cleanser. Now I have 2 toners that I used. What I used today was the Calming Facial Toner. You can see they're pretty much even right now. I also have the Moisture Balance Cleanser. They work the same for me. I'll probably only repurchase one of these. I'll probably just repurchase the Calming Facial Toner. This really soothes, refreshes. My skin tends to be a little bit sensitive, so I really find that this calms down my face. Now, every single day without fail, I use these 2 serums. Now, if you're about to get anything from the Face Reality line, one of their most popular products for a very good reason is their L Mandelic Acid Serum. This is amazing for acne. This is amazing for dark spots. This is amazing for texture. This is the one product in a very long time that I have seen immediately do wonders for my skin. Again, this is from someone that has tried a whole bunch of different products. This is amazing, but it is pretty intense. I only put this on my cheeks, my chin, and my forehead. I don't put it around my nose because my skin can't handle it. I'm at 8% now. I know they have different levels, but what I use on top of this, again, I don't think this is like a must buy like the L Mandelic Acid Serum, but this is their Glow Tone Corrective Serum. This says it specifically targets dark spots. I like it. It's kind of hard to tell exactly, you know, if this is the product that has been fading my dark spots. I've made a lot of lifestyle changes. I mean, I completely kind of switched my skincare routine to the Face Reality products. So it's kind of hard to tell if this is the main reason, but I don't think it hurts. And plus it says on the packaging of this that this pairs really well with the L Mandelic Acid Serum if you're trying to see faster results. So is it a must buy? No. Do I use it every single day? My skin has been clearing up? Yes. So take that as you will. So I do all of that and I really just kind of let my skin sit. And then for my moisturizer, I use the Dew Instant Angel Lipid Rich Facial Moisturizer. It's fragrance free. It's a pretty simple product. I do want to mention one product that I thought seemed really silly. but it's actually made an incredible difference in my skincare routine, and that is the Clean Skin Club towelettes. I've seen these in a lot of skincare routines, and I've just been like, I'm not spending extra money on like paper towels. You know, I'll just go get them from Walmart or CVS or Walgreens, like whatever. Like, I'm not spending extra money on these like bougie towels. I don't know the science behind them. They work. Move on to sunscreens because I have 3 favorites that I cannot choose from. Let's get the Face Reality one out of the way. This is the Face Reality Daily SPF 30 Broad Spectrum Sunscreen. This one, y'all have seen this in my videos for years. I will not let this go. This is the Origins Ginseng SPF 30 Daily Moisturizer. This is the one I'm going to use today. I just cannot deny how alive this makes my skin look. I really keep up with this moisturizer or the sunscreen because it genuinely makes me feel confident in the morning. And this is the Super Gloop Glow Screen in the color Golden Hour. This is SPF 40. Now, this to me has a shimmer in it, a true shimmer. Like when we're going from like not really that glowy but pretty moisturizing to this is glowy to this has like shimmer in it. I've just been applying this not so much for sunscreen but for that kind of glow. 3 extra things that I do that's kind of skincare in the morning that makes me look alive and awake without makeup that I do want to share with you. Number 1 is these Lumify eye drops. This is just such like a glow up hack, glow up secret. This makes the whites of your eyes white. It literally makes your eyeballs white and bright. The second thing also has to do with the eyes. This is the Youth to the People Peptides and C Energy Eye Concentrate. Brighten, smooth, depuffs. I don't know about all of that. There's something in this formula that truly, I wouldn't even call it brighten. Like, I look like a new human being after using this. This is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm, and this is in the shade Pink Sugar. I like this. I like how it looks on my lips. I like how moisturizing it is. They definitely have different colors. That is my morning skincare routine. Let's get into my nighttime skincare routine. Okay, y'all, it is officially nighttime. Time to get into our nighttime skincare routine. Now, usually I start my nighttime skincare routine around like 7 o'clock because I find that I don't want all of my products to just smear on my bed or like on my pillowcase. So oftentimes I will start this pretty early on in my nighttime routine. First, we need to double cleanse. I'm going in with the LMS Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. This is just, again, another holy grail product. And you can even put a little bit of water onto your hands to emoliate it even more. Speaking of a second cleanse, I'm going in with this Magic Orange Little Bar Soap. This is kojic acid sand soap. It is one of the best skincare ingredients that you can use for lightening dark spots if you know how to use it. First of all, you have to get a legitimate version. There's so many fakes. Of course, I'll include the link down in my description where I got mine. But there's a certain way and certain things you need to look out for when you're using kojic acid soap. It makes your skin really sensitive to the sun. So personally, I like to use this at night. I also really like kojic acid because it actually pairs really well with most retinols. As you can see, I am not putting it anywhere around my nose. I'm barely putting it on my upper lip. I'm avoiding those areas like the plague, and I'm really just focusing it on my cheeks, my chin, and my forehead, places that I have discoloration. Now, the main thing you want to keep in mind with kojic acid soap is that in order for this to really work, in order for it to really target those dark spots, it needs to be left onto the skin about 2 to 3 minutes. That is what I'm going to do right now. That's the thing about kojic acid soap. Don't worry if it's just like too much for you at the beginning. You know, work your way up. Maybe only keep it on for 30 seconds or then a minute. I've been using that soap for a while, so I can withstand for about 3 minutes. What I'm doing right now is I am going ahead and I'm applying that toner that I talked about earlier. This is the Moisture Balance Toner from Face Reality. This is just going to hydrate and replenish the skin. Kojic acid soap can be quite drying, so it just needs something that's going to kind of take away some of that tingling. You want to make sure that you apply some type of toner or mist before you do this, and that is my LED mask. LED red light therapy mask. This is the one from Omnilux. This is the Omnilux Contour. This thing is so expensive. This thing is so expensive, but when I tell you I have noticed such a change in my skin, this is one of the best skincare investments that I have ever made. I usually almost always end up doing it 20 minutes because I just pick up downstairs. But if I just get 10 minutes for the night because I have a lot of stuff to do for the night, then that's okay. So we are gonna leave this on a minimum 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and I will show you the rest of my skincare routine. We are done. We did 20 minutes of red light therapy. I got everything cleaned up downstairs, so we're just gonna finish up the rest of our nighttime skincare routine. So remember, I've already gone in with my Moisture Balance Toner, and we've done the red light therapy mask. So our skin is pretty dry right now. I'm going in with the Medicate Crystal Retinol Night Serum. This is the Retinol 6. It is a stable retinol night serum, next generation vitamin A. Better suited for sensitive skin types or just skin types that just didn't do well on tretinoin or didn't want to go through that whole like purging phase. And when I tell you, this has worked better than any tretinoin vitamin A that I've ever used. I let that sit in at least like 10 minutes, and I'll actually go downstairs and I will prepare dinner. And then right before I eat dinner, I will apply my moisturizer. This is the Weleda Skin Food. This is the original ultra rich cream. I've had no problems with this. I wanted something rich. I wanted something that was almost like slugging, but my skin doesn't do well with slugging. And this does really good for my acne at night. Come to my little dining area. So for this part of the video, I thought I would make a whole separate section on some of the little things that I do. The chemical peels I've gotten done, the monthly facials that I get done, some spot treatments, the at-home facials that I do, exfoliation, eye patches, everything like that. So let's start off with facials and chemical peels. At least once or twice a year, I get a really deep chemical peel, and it usually lasts 7 to 10 days. I plan it every single year. I go in person. I've only had these type of peels done by one person. Would highly recommend her. Her name is Lauren. She is in Atlanta. I just find like hyperpigmentation, those skin cells, acne just builds up throughout the year no matter what my skincare routine is. This is a great reset. So again, that is once or twice a year. I do want to really get back into microneedling. I've had 3 microneedling sessions done. I've really liked them. I know people absolutely love them. I really feel like in this stage of my skincare journey, they would work even better than they did before, because beforehand I didn't have my acne under control. So at one point I could get microneedling, at another point I couldn't get microneedling. But now I feel like I have everything under control. I really want to get back into microneedling. But one thing that I do is I do get monthly hydrofacials. Hydrofacials, they're my favorite type of facial to get. I know once you go on an esthetician's website, they're going to show you a million different facials that they offer. If you can find a service provider that offers a hydrofacial, I would highly recommend it. Not only will you be glowing for the next couple weeks, but it also extracts all of the gunk out of your skin. So it exfoliates while it injects your skin with vitamin C, collagen, boosters, whatever it might be. So I get that done monthly. So let's talk about some at-home stuff while we are on facials. Let me mention two different kind of facials that I do at home. I do have a third one. I don't have a bottle of it here because I lost it in the move. I need to repurchase it. But the Dr. Barbara Sturm face mask, it's just called the face mask, is holy grail. Whenever my skin is freaking out, I almost specifically use this during my luteal phase or my menstruation phase. It just works. It's expensive, it works, it looks like some plain packaging, but when you really talk about saving your skin and resetting your skin at home, it's just, there's no other product like that. I'm gonna mention something a little bit harsher. This is the Drunk Elephant Baby Facial. I have been using this for years. This to me is kind of an alternative for that like red peel by The Ordinary. That stuff is just too extreme for my skin. I don't need all of this. I really like this because, like it says in the name, baby facial, it does have a little bit of a tingling feeling to it, but I find that it is so much more moisturizing, so much better for dark spots. I really like applying this maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, maybe once every other week. Again, this is just something I do at home. It has 25% AHA, 2% BHA, and chickpea flour. I think that chickpea flour is really what hydrates the skin while, you know, penetrating deeply. This is just so I can just do some at-home resetting of my skin. Great for dark spots, great for acne. Now, when I'm really trying to put some moisture back into the skin, I've been really liking these. Are the Restorative Hyaluronic Acid Masks by Hydrinity. It's that same kind of HA serum and the purifying mist that I showed you in my everyday skincare routine. These are amazing. They are expensive, but they are absolutely amazing. As a dry skin girly, sheet masks are absolutely incredible for us. I do want to mention this little device. Y'all have seen this in so many of my glow up diaries. I do like to ice my face in the morning. Do I do this every single morning? No. Sometimes I just don't have the time for it. But I do feel like my face kind of bloats and swells overnight. And I find once I ice my face, some of my acne marks that are kind of deep within my skin calm down a little bit. I want to mention 3 exfoliators. I hope this is a safe space, but sometimes when I get home from like a really long night out with my boyfriend, or I am just exhausted, or you know, I'm a little lit and I just don't have the time or the mindset to go through all of that skincare routine. You know what I do, y'all? And it's worked for me every single time, because what I won't do is I won't sleep in my makeup. But what I also won't do is a 10-step skincare routine when I'm exhausted. So what I'll do is I will, of course, cleanse my face, wipe off all of the makeup that I have on. And honestly, y'all, I will just go in with these Dr. Dennis Gross Extra Strength Daily Peels. I put on step number 1, I brush my teeth, and then I put on step number 2, I put on some moisturizer, and I go to bed. Let's talk about some other exfoliators. I'll talk about another toner pad that I use before I do my makeup, really just so that my makeup goes on smooth, and secondarily, no matter what kind of makeup that I use, I'm telling y'all, makeup just breaks me out. But I stopped breaking out from makeup once I started doing a light exfoliation pad before my makeup, and I specifically use the Medicube Zero Pore Pad. It's an AHA, BHA. What I really like about these is that it's not like, this is extreme. If this is 10, this is 1. It's very great for sensitive skin. It just sloughs off all of that dead skin, but it also has AHAs and BHAs so that something is working underneath makeup so that it just doesn't break you out. The last one that I'm going to mention is from Zeo Skin Health. This is another holy grail product. This is the exfoliating polish by Zeo Skin Health. I do this at least, again, once or twice a week. What I really like about this is, you know, it's an exfoliator, but it's also a polish, so you can really change how exfoliating or how harsh you want the beads to be. If you add a ton of water, you're not gonna get, you know, the best exfoliation. You're gonna get something very light. Maybe you freak your skin out and you just need something, you know, calm and great for sensitive. Or you can add just a tiny amount of water just so that it goes over your skin, but you really need some of that deep exfoliation. So it can be a multiple exfoliation product in one. And I don't know, there's something in here. I actually looked up the ingredients in this, because I'm like, why whenever I use this does my acne calm down? Like, I don't understand. This leaves my face so incredibly smooth. There's just magic. There's magic in this. It's completely worth your money. Let's talk about serums and targeted spots or targeted solutions. I have 3 that I found have really worked. all focused on dark spots. Sometimes in the morning, I will either do one or two things depending on my workout for the day. If I really know I'm gonna be sweating, I'm gonna be running, I'm gonna be doing this and this, sometimes I'll just wake up in the morning, splash some water on my face, I'll put on a serum and I'll put on some sunscreen. That serum as of late is the Caudalie Amino Perfect. This is a vitamin C alternative and it is just chef's kiss. You can get it from Sephora. She's expensive, but she works and she is super hydrating. And I just love the way that my skin reacts to this. Again, this isn't an everyday thing. If I'm doing something that I'm not gonna be sweating that much in, like Pilates or something like that, I will really just do my full skincare routine and I will come back and I will take a shower. But this is more so for my heavy sweat days that I want something to sink into my skin. I want something to be working on my skin, but I don't want all of my expensive products to be soaked away and then feeling like a layer of like sweat is on it. So I'd rather just use a serum and a sunscreen in the morning, and this is great for targeting those dark spots. The last two targeted solutions that I wanna mention is of course Topicals Faded. Now this is an interesting product because of course it works. It is absolutely incredible. Of course, this is a power-packed product. It has tranexamic acid, melatonin, niacinamide, licorice root, azelaic acid. It has everything in it. My thing is that it's so sticky that I was just so confused how to use this product. I have used this product by really rubbing it in the daytime and then putting my products on top and it would still pill. I've also find that, you know, it says it in the instructions, but it's very accurate. If I use this like with my retinol or other exfoliating products, my skin will break out. So what I've really kind of resorted to using this is if I have a really bad breakout that's healing, that's a really bad dark spot, what I will do is I won't use any retinol. You know, I don't want to use any retinol on it. I will use this for like 3 or 4 days in a row and just use a very basic skincare routine, like use my barrier balance, use a calming toner. And I will use this, I will really rub it into the skin, and this greatly, especially in those first few days that the dark spot is fresh, greatly reduces the appearance of that dark mark. Speaking of something that I don't hear anybody talk about, but this is one of those products that I have gatekept so much and it just works. And every single time I put it on, I'm just so shocked at how quickly this works for dark marks. She's expensive, but she's worth it. I'm on my 4th little tube of this. This is by Skin Medica. It is the Even and Correct Dark Spot Cream. I think the main ingredient, if I'm not mistaken, is kojic acid in this. It also has AHAs in it. This just works. It just works. She's expensive, but it's like some of the things that I mention in here, they're expensive, but I'm not bringing you anything that doesn't work because again, I've tried it all. This is my daily dark spot cream. I would honestly argue this has been incredible for those large dark spots. Sometimes what I'll do, you know, if I see a dark spot, this for 3 days and then this for kind of just upkeep. Last thing I'm gonna mention is so girly, so cutesy. It is under eye patches. I really like under eye patches whenever I fly. I like them when I use them in the morning. I do kind of get a little bit of a puffy eye in the morning. I've really been liking the Summer Fridays jet lag eye patches. Summer Fridays is just great for hydration in general. I have their jet lag mask upstairs that I use every once in a while when I feel like I've wrecked my skincare barrier. These are really good for bringing back to life. I also like the Topicals one, but I'm really trying to show y'all things that I'm actually using as of late, and as of late it has been this one. Sometimes I just feel like I put on the Topicals one for the aesthetics, which is nothing wrong with it, but when we talk about things that I've seen actually work and bring hydration and bring plumpness underneath my eyes, it is this one right here. Y'all, I know that was very product heavy between the skincare routine, all of the extra products. Again, these are just like little luxuries that I include in my skincare routine that make me feel good, things that actually work, things that are actually worth your money. Without further ado, let's move on to the very last part of this video, some of the lifestyle changes that I feel have made the biggest impact on my skincare journey. girl, we are back in our bed. I've made myself some peppermint and some dandelion root tea. Remember I mentioned this earlier. This is kind of my overnight glow up drink. It's really, really great for my skin. It's great for relaxing at the end of the night. It's become kind of like my daily ritual. Also, this mug matches my outfit. So cute. But while I'm getting it ready for bed, I thought we could have a little girl chit chat about some of the lifestyle changes that I feel like are integral to my skin and also just integral to my everyday life. Because I don't know about you, but my skin really responds to stress. I always find that my skin just always breaks out when I'm stressed out, which can kind of make sense when I'm in my kind of luteal or menstruation phase because my body is stressed out. I mean, it makes sense, but I try to do a lot of lifestyle things to kind of lower my cortisol so that my face isn't so puffy, so that my face doesn't break out all of the time, so I can actually rest in my feminine energy and it can glow from the inside out. First thing, while I'm just sitting in my bed, is prioritizing sleep, sis. You really have to see sleep as beauty sleep. You are sleeping beauty. So, taking your detox drinks so that it can work on overnight. Making sure you're letting all of your skincare products really set in before you put your face on your pillow. Having a silk pillowcase for your skin. Making sure that you are really getting into that deep REM sleep. Whether you take magnesium before bed, whether you make a tart cherry juice shot, whether you put your phone away, making sure that you are in a cold room, cold, dark room, whether you need to play white noise or you need to play some type of ambient music, whatever it might be, making sure that you're really optimizing your sleep and really figuring out how much sleep that you need. Personally, I don't do well on 8 hours. I do really well on either 6 hours or 10 hours. So usually during my menstruation phase or my luteal phase, I'll get 10 hours, but every single day it's really 6 hours that I feel the most up. I mentioned this in another video, but also make sure that what time you want to go to bed, you need to be physically in your bed an hour before that. So if you really want 6 hours of sleep, right, and you're gonna wake up at 6 a.m., so you're planning to go to bed at midnight. You need to be in your bed at 11 p.m. Phone off, reading your Kindle, listening to some affirmations, maybe just doing some reflecting or some journaling. You need to be in your bed so that you're getting that full 6, 8, 10 hours of sleep. Also, I want to talk about cycle syncing. Let me know down below if I should make an updated cycle syncing. When you really start tracking your cycle, you will see exactly when, how and even where on your face your skin breaks out. It's really great if you suffer from hormonal acne like me. You can kind of preempt things because you'll find that your skin, in my luteal phase, at the start of my luteal phase, my skin always breaks out. It's like day 1 and 2 of my luteal phase, my skin always breaks out. It's always the week before my period, my skin breaks out. So the week before my period, I do a little bit extra for my skin. I focus more on my skin barrier. I focus more on my masks. I love to get hydrofacials during this time because everything's coming out to the surface and I already don't feel cute. So I love really, really cycle syncing my skin. And when you cycle sync the rest of your life, it's only gonna have a greater impact on your skin. What you eat according to your cycle, your productivity according to your cycle, your stress levels, your social interactions according to your cycle. I think also in general, my main thing, it's like I mentioned, I do a lot of things to de-stress, to lower cortisol. So that's journaling, that is taking mindful walks, that's getting sunlight first thing in the morning. That's positive affirmations, a positive self-concept. I write every single morning that I love my skin. I tell myself I love my skin. When I wake up in the morning, I pick one thing that I love about my skin, whether it's the tone, whether I really see my skin evening out, little things like that. The way that I talk to myself, my emotional journey with my skin has changed a lot because I'm complimenting myself every single day on my skin. Is my skin perfect? No, but I'm loving this journey journey that I'm on, and I'm loving the glow that I'm getting from my skin. And here's the thing, and I'll leave you on this last note so that we can go to bed. Skincare isn't just about the products, you know? It is about how you treat this vessel that God gave you, how you treat your body, what you're intaking to nourish your body, what you're physically telling your body. And it's really just how you care for yourself overall. All of this is what is working for me now. And you know, I look at this and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of things that I'm doing for my skin. No, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my confidence. I'm doing it for my lifestyle changes. I'm doing this to glow up and to pour into myself. And you know, glowing skin is just a byproduct of all of the different things that I am doing to pour into myself, and the little daily self-care rituals that I show myself that I love myself. And whether my skin is breaking out, whether it is super clear, whether it is super even, whether I have hormonal acne, whether I have dark spots, I love my skin's journey every step of the way. So again, I really hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you use my link to order your first Factor box. Remember, girl, you can go to factor75.com. Don't forget to use the code 50Turner. That's going to get you your first 50% off your first box plus free shipping. Let me know if you tried down below. Let me know your favorite skincare product, or if you just want to chit chat in the comments. I'm always there. I really hope this video was informative. I know it's a lot of products, I know it's a lot of information, but I really wanted to give it my all. Not only for you, obviously I wanted to do this for you, but I wanted to do this for myself and really just kind of pat myself on the back for how far my skin has come. So I am about to read the 6th book of Zodiac Academy currently, and really wind down for the night. But I've loved spending the day, a very skin focused day with you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, rest of your night, wherever you're at in the world. I will catch you on over on my Instagram or on my TikTok. And if not there, then I will see you next week, girl. All right, bye.